Is your child with autism struggling with life skills like washing their hands or brushing their teeth or dressing themselves? Then stick around. In today's video, I'm going to share ABA-backed strategies which you can start using today to help your child to learn these life skills. These are the same skills I use to teach my son on the spectrum, life skills. My name is Vidya. I'm a mom to a 19-year-old son on the spectrum. So how do we teach these skills to our child with autism? We are going to teach our child with autism these skills by a process called task analysis. Task analysis is a process in which we take a complex skill, like for example, brushing teeth. It's a complex skill, and then we are going to break it down into smaller steps, and then we are going to teach our child these skills. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to talk about brushing teeth. So we are going to take the skill of brushing teeth and break it down into small steps. So first step, take the toothbrush. Next step is put the toothpaste on the toothbrush. Then brush teeth, clean the tongue, rinse your mouth. So you see, one skill of brushing teeth can be divided into many sub-steps. So this is how we are going to teach our child the skill of brushing teeth with the process of task analysis. The next thing what we are going to do is we are going to prepare a visual showing exactly the same steps I just mentioned. We are going to print them, laminate them, and put it in the restroom where your child will be brushing their teeth. So each time they will brush their teeth, they can follow along seeing that visual. That will be a great prompt for them. The third thing and the most important thing is, don't try to teach your child with autism all the life skills at one time, because it will be very overwhelming for you and your child. So if you want to teach them to brush teeth, then just stick with that skill and make sure that you practice it with consistency every single day, because our children with autism need lots of repetition and practice to learn a skill. The next thing is, how are we going to actually teach them this skill? There are two ways you can teach your child these skills to brush their teeth. The first thing is called forward chaining, in which you will teach your child the first step. In this case, take the toothbrush. That's the first step. You will start teaching your child the first step, and once they can do that independently, then you will move on to the next step, and then slowly that way you will complete the whole process. So this is called forward chaining in ABA. Or the other method is called backward chaining, in which you can help your child to complete all the steps, but let them learn the last step, which in this case is rinse their mouth. So you will let them learn that skill. And once they can do that independently, then you can move on to the last two steps and then let them master those two, and then you will move on, so on and so forth. So that is called backward chaining. The other thing you need to remember is, when you are going to be working on teaching your child the skill of brushing teeth, they will require lots of help. They will require lots of assistance. It is also called a prompt. So in the beginning, your child will require a hand over hand prompt in order to learn this skill. So in the beginning, you will help your child hand over hand to complete the steps. And slowly, when you see your child is slowly starting to master the steps, one step at a time, then you will slowly fade your prompts. So which means you will decrease your assistance, the amount of assistance you are providing them. The other thing is, you have to do this with consistency and repetition. You cannot just show your child to brush their teeth 1 or 2 times and then expect them to master that skill. That's not going to happen. Autism is a spectrum disorder, so every child is different. And it will depend on your child how long they will take in order to learn the skill and also to master it so they can do it independently. So that will depend on your child. What we are looking for is progress. We are not looking for perfection. So it is no use for you to get frustrated if you just show your child to brush their teeth once or twice and then you expect them the next day to start doing it independently, because you are going to set up yourself and your child for failure. So just follow the steps which I mentioned in the video. Make sure that you practice it with consistency and with repetition, and slowly you will see your child will start learning the skills. If you like this video, click on the video I'm going to put on the top about washing hands. I did a video about that earlier. So do make sure you watch that video, because in that video I break down the exact steps which you will take to teach your child to wash their hands. So do make sure you go and watch that video. So I hope you like this video, you find it helpful. Like it, share it with a fellow autism parent who will find it helpful. And do make sure you subscribe to my channel, as I share informative videos like this one weekly, which will help you to help your child with autism without overwhelm. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time in a new video.